So it's looking like a French type of day, and I'm not gonna lie, I started learning French in October of last year, and in 2022 I have yet to really sit down and study French, but it's never too late to get back on track. So I'm listening to this podcast called the Inner French Podcast, and in this podcast Hugo talks about a lot of different subjects, and he speaks very clearly, very slowly. It's great for beginners. And I also listen to another podcast called
Le podcast Fluidité,
and he speaks at more of a normal pace, and he also speaks about various subjects. So these are two podcasts that I recommend a lot. Since I'm kind of on the move, I'm gonna go into the transcript later and copy down the words I didn't know, but usually I would do that while listening to the podcast.
On peut lire des articles, on peut faire tout ce qu'on veut à distance, mais la meilleure façon de se rendre compte des choses, c'est en allant sur place, bien évidemment. Et il y a beaucoup de choses, il y a beaucoup de surprises auxquelles on ne s'attend pas.
Okay, so we're done with school, and I'm gonna go to Barnes and Nobles. And usually I would stay home, but I figured a change in scenery would be nice. Say something in French. And now I'm going to use Linguist and practice the vocabulary words that I didn't know throughout the day. This application is really similar to Anki in regards to the spaced repetition, but I kind of like this one better, even though it is paid. So now I'm gonna get my output in for the day, because if you want to learn how to speak a language, you obviously have to speak it. And speaking with a native speaker is obviously the ideal way to learn, but it's not the only way. I'm just gonna set a topic and talk about it for like 5 minutes. Today I'm probably just gonna talk about what I've done today in regards to my French and anything new that I've learned.
Première fois que je pratiquais le français depuis beaucoup de temps. J'ai écouté un podcast.
And this is also a great way to see what you know how to say and what you're not really sure of how to say. Like a lot of times I wanted to say something and I was like, I don't really know if this is the right way. So I just looked it up very simply, saw how it was said, and got right back into it.
Je savais pas vraiment ce que c'est exactement le Bitcoin.
Je ne savais pas vraiment ce qu'était exactement le Bitcoin, mais maintenant j'ai une meilleure idée.
So that brings us to the end of this video. These are just a few of the methods that I'm trying and stay consistent with my French this year. If you happen to have any other suggestions for any language, feel free to drop them in the comments below.